Now that we have our column done, we're going to continue with the trellis, decorative trellis above our column. So that would be this piece right here. Okay, so we're going to do that one, and then the cross one, which is, I'll show you in a minute, in 3D. And then the same way that I'm going to create this one, you're going to create these other ones that are on the side above the garage. So let's take a look. So this is our working model. Let's see, do I still have? Yes. So these are the ones we're going to create right there. And it's supposed to look something like this. Okay, so we have those pieces. In the front it comes out in one direction, and then it comes out in the other direction, and then we have all these other ones. We got two at the bottom that go from column to column, and then we have these on the top. Let me change the view, see if we can see them a little bit better. Right there. These that support the floor above, and it's supported by that beam. Okay, so let's give it a try. Okay, I'm going to go to my floor plan view because I need to create a reference plane first in order to get started. Alright, so let's take a look. I'm going to go to my architecture tab and then reference plane over here. And I have my column that I just created, and I'm going to choose the midpoint of that column to do my reference plane. So I'm going to use that as a work plane to create my extrusion of the wood trellis. Once I create my reference plane, I need to name it. So it can be anything. Trellis plane. Okay, hit apply, and we got it. That's named trellis plane right there. Okay, now I'm going to go to my front elevation view. Right here, and here's where I'm going to extrude my shape. So I'm going to component, model in place. This I'm going to call a ceiling. It's a category, and then let's say trellis 1. Okay, extrusion. I need to select or set my working plane. Now here I'm not going to pick a plane because I created a reference plane. It's a named plane, so we can find it in this drop down menu. It's right here, trellis plane. Hit OK, and now I can do my extrusion. So I'm going to do with a line tool. I'm just going to draw something that looks like this and come down about, I don't know, 1.5 inch. Oops, I don't want it at an angle. So I'm going to go down 1.5 inches, and then I'm going to use the arc tool, and again I'm just eyeballing it, coming down this way, and I'm going to go to that point and to the top of the column and just go all the way across and close my loop. So I've got a closed loop right there. Extrusion, and I want my extrusion to start 1 inch from my working plane, but I want my extrusion to be 2 inches thick. But because these dimensions right here are from the working plane, I need to say here it's 3 inches from my working plane. And let's pick a different material. See if we got, well, I have this one called trim. I don't know if you have it, but I'm going to choose that one just as a different color. Right there, and then hit OK. So now I'm going to go look at it in 3D and make sure it looks the way it's supposed to be. There we go. So I'm going to click on Finish, and I have my first extrusion right there. And it's supposed to be 1 inch from my working plane. Okay, I'm going to go to my ceiling view right here, ceiling plan, first floor. so I can look at it, and it's right there. This is the working plane that we created, and it's 1 inch from that working plane. Okay, so now that I have one created, I'm going to mirror it to the other side of my working plane, and now I've got 2. So if we look at it, it's right there. Good. Back to my ceiling view. I'm going to select these 2, and I'm going to mirror them from the corner right there of my column at a 45-degree angle. It says 135, but that's what it is. I click, and now I got the exact shape of trellis going in the other direction. There we go. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, notice that that one goes all the way inside my wall. So let me see if I can fix that. There we go. So these stop at the wall, but then these, because they were mirror images from these other ones, they're pretty long. So I'm just gonna fix it here. If I go to the top view, and notice I have these grips, I'm just gonna stretch them down to that point from the grip. And it's set. Go back to my 3D view, and let's look at it, and they look pretty good. And that's how I do my trellis. Now your task is to do the same thing with the ones above the garage that are supposed to look like these over here. So you need to create a reference plane for each one of these, offset from the reference plane, give the extrusion, all these are 2 inches thick, and then just space them out equally, whether a copy or an array, and see what you can come up with.